So even the highest, most blissful state, that's not the Sat. That's the Ananda. And so the difference is, you've got a Satguru that doesn't seem to be there, because the Satguru is beyond there, beyond existence. That's the Satguru, it's the unchanging truth. But somehow seems to be running a body that people call a physical guru, and beaming out signals of bliss, which is called Ananda. And that's what Sri Aurobindo called it, waves of Ananda. And so those signals go out, and those spiritual seekers who have calmed themselves down enough can actually sense the waves of Ananda. They can sense the waves of bliss and happiness and love. And they're, of course, automatically attracted to the Satguru, like bees to a flower. They want to drink the nectar of the Guru. And it's said, too, it's even said this, that all the words from the Satguru that emanate from that mouth are nectarian. Nectar. So you drink the nectar of the Guru just by listening to the words. And so you can imagine that's why pretty much every day I'm listening to the words of Swami Purna, because I want to drink the nectar, because I'm a bee. And I recognize where the nectar is, and I want to drink of that. So maybe that gives a little bit clearer picture of kind of what the Satguru is. Again, even after all that explanation, I will go back to the same statement and say, I don't know. I have no clue. But that's the very exciting thing about it. Everyone else in the world, 99.9999999% of the rest of humanity, there's a person there. There's someone there. There's a bit of a identity, what you call sort of egoic sense of a me character there that refers to itself. But with the Satguru, there's no one there. And that's, in my mind, that's so extraordinary, it's like jaw-dropping. And I wish that I could convey the amount of excitement that I have for finding such a being. Because the way I would describe it is, it's kind of like before I was in the middle of the ocean and drowning with all these big waves being buffeted. And this is just a metaphor from my own mind beating me, and I'm just suffering in all these different ways with, all the stuff, anger, hatred, despair, sadness, depression, disappointment, insecurity, just being so buffeted by everything about this world. That's a hard world. And so it's like being in the middle of the ocean and being buffeted. And then a mighty boat comes along and throws me what do you call it, a lifesaver? A life preserver. A life preserver. And says, here, and imagine, I'm in the middle of the ocean and there's no one around, there's nothing. And then suddenly someone throws me a life preserver. I hang on, and the being pulls me out and brings me on a ship. And on this ship, it's so sturdy and powerful. It has all the amenities that you could ask for. And then it takes me, it's taking me now to the celestial shores. And again, very much a metaphor. But it's taking me in this beautiful boat to the other side of the ocean, where in the celestial shores is where everything is happy. That there's no more buffeting anymore. There's no more hurt. There's no more pain. There's no more anguish. This world is full of a lot of anguish. We've seen it. So when I saw that life preserver, I was moved beyond words. I said, finally, this is it. I'm going to hold on to this, and I've been rescued.